What's up, everybody? It's Bren. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. In today's video, I am going to be giving you some insight on how I stay warm living in my car during one of the coldest winter days I've felt so far. Now, I've felt some really, really cold days before. This is my second winter living in my car. But today's a little different in that there is a strong wind, strong gusts of wind accompanying this really cold weather. So it's currently 9 degrees. When we woke up this morning here in Rhode Island, it was 20 degrees. All right. Lunchtime came around. It had already fallen down into the teens. Here we are at dinner time, 9 degrees. And by midnight tonight, we're going to be down below 0 degrees, as far as -6 degrees. But with these high winds, it's going to feel like -30 degrees. All right. Colder than a polar bear's toenail. Shout out Outcast. Okay. So I'm actually doing my deliveries at the moment, and I'm contemplating, should I stay out? It's been pretty busy today. You know, nobody wants to come out in this weather. People are tipping. So I might stay out and do a couple of more deliveries. And but really, I just want to head to camp, head over to Walmart, you know, crank up the heat in the car, you know, put up all the window covers, jump back there, make some dinner, watch some Netflix, and just prepare myself for tonight. I believe I have everything I need to make it through the night. Will I survive? Sure. Will I be comfortable? I don't know. I don't know, because it's I mean, -30 degrees, you know. I mean, let's put this mummy bag to the test, I guess. I mean, but for me, I think the trick tonight is going to be layering. You know what I mean? I'm going to be inside that mummy bag, already layered up, and I'm going to crank the heat in the car before I turn off the engine. I've got my hot hands. You know, I'll show you what hot hands are. I've explained what they are before in a video. But they're these little packets that you rub together and they generate their own heat. Put them in your socks, put them in your pockets, throw them in the sleeping bag. They just add a little extra heat. So this should be interesting. So I'm going to see if I can do a couple more deliveries. And then we'll head over to camp, and I'll take you with me throughout this process. I'll go to bed tonight, and I'll wake up tomorrow, and we'll talk a little more tomorrow about how the night went. So that's pretty much the layout of this video. Hopefully I can get some more orders here, make a little more money, and then we'll head over to camp. So let's go. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's that wind right there. Woo! Wow. That's exhilarating cold right there. Oh, that's great. Appreciate that. How you doing? Have a good night.
You as well.
All right, so I want you to listen to this wind right now, okay? Listen to this. So I'm out here in Warwick right now, and Warwick, Cranston, and the wind is just crazy. If you're from Rhode Island, right, or probably anywhere in New England, you'll know that last Friday, because it's, you know, Wednesday when you're watching this. Last Friday, the 3rd, that shit was crazy. Okay, it was like a winter hurricane. It's a good thing there's no snow. I mean, that's great, but I think the wind here is just the main factor tonight. It's just slapping us across the face, like at every single turn. It's like a sub-zero slap. Guys, here is my last delivery of the night. So check out this house. It's pretty dark, although there is a light here. Okay, there is a light. There's a light on the porch. That's good. This will do.
New message from Tom R. Hey, we are the house right behind you in the corner across from the one you're next to now.
I caught you off guard. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Thanks for doing what you do.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate you. Have a great night.
Thank you, you too.
Take care. All right, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Last delivery of the night. I'm happy with what I made. I'm getting the hell out of this cold. And I can't wait to take my shoes off, warm up. My feet in particular are cold, man. All right? It's because I'm wearing sneakers. I should have worn my boots, whatever. But let's set up camp. It's gonna be Walmart tonight, and I'm looking forward to it, to be honest with you. You know, I'm not sure how my sleep is gonna be with this type of weather, but we'll find out, won't we? You know, no doubt I'll survive, all right? No doubt. So let's go. Also, check this out. I've never seen this before from DoorDash. Started sending me messages saying that they might halt operations due to severe weather in our area. I've never seen that before. I'd say that has a lot to do with the wind. The winds are really picking up, so it could have something to do with the wind and the extreme cold. They don't want drivers out on the road, maybe. I don't know. But that's pretty crazy. Here we go, home sweet home. And I don't know if you can see that on the dashboard. It says 6 degrees, man. I know I shouldn't be recording while I'm driving, but I'm a professional. And these are the lengths I go to get content, guys. All right, so if you haven't already, like the video, subscribe, and leave a smiley face emoji in the comment section. Okay? Go ahead and do that. We're gonna whip it in somewhere different tonight. We're gonna park in a different parking spot tonight. It feels good to be home, I'll tell you that. All right, let's just pull it in right here. There's nobody in that car to my left, which is good news. Let's get these window covers up. You know, I want to get set up quick tonight, so how about we do a little magic? All right, let's do this. Where are we? Red Light Lounge. And also, you'll notice I got a new cut, looking fresh right here. Big shout out to my guy John at the Chop Shop in Cranston, always making me and my son look fresh. So we are back here now. The car's nice and warm, but my feet are frozen. So I'm going to show you exactly how I'm gonna get my feet nice and toasty. We're gonna start there, all right? So these are my cozy socks. These are the hot hands I was telling you about. And I'm gonna open these up and activate. See? And I've got 3 more of these, which I'm gonna throw into my sleeping bag before bed. So we gotta activate these by shaking them up. just like that. Okay, what I'm gonna do is one in here, one in here, and these socks are gonna be nice and toasty in just a few minutes, not even. Now, I was going to make myself a pasta dish. I got some chicken. I got a rotisserie chicken. And, you know, this chicken will last me 3 days, particularly because the temperature is going to keep the chicken fresh. So I knew that I would be able to get 3 meals out of it. But I'm not really that hungry. I had a coffee tonight, and the caffeine kind of stunned my appetite. So I think I'm just going to make a little bit of oatmeal instead. And that'll be it for me for dinner. Man, if you could feel my feet right now, you'd know all about it. You'd know all about it, man. So I'm actually gonna put my feet up towards the heat and get those real toasty before I put my socks on, because I've noticed if you put cold feet into your socks, the cold stays inside the socks. Get your feet warm first and then put them into the socks, all right, to create that warmth. Man, look at all these tips I got for you. Stay tuned. Ain't gonna lie though, this is a process right here. Got to get these feet nice and toasty. Okay, so we're here. We're about to get it popping with some oatmeal. I have milk. I've got water. I've got this guy, Quaker, Mr. Quaker. And inside my lunchbox thing, this is where I keep, let me just show you. Okay, these are my plant-based sausages I keep in here. So underneath here is where I keep butter, and yes, you know I got that Taco Bell hot sauce in here, man. It's actually really good when you add this to a pasta dish. Anyways, that's another story. So I got some salt, cane sugar, sugar. I'll put that in the oatmeal. 1 packet should be fine. And there's my butter as well. So that's it. I mean, very simple tonight. Okay, these are my measuring cups. And I mentioned this bungee cord quite a bit because it's so freaking handy to have a bungee cord. You can hang stuff up on it. So I have my measuring cups, and I mean, I hang my light here sometimes. We'll add the sugar later. Plenty of power. All right, so while that's cooking, I want to talk about this wind really quick, because I thought to myself, all right, so if the wind is making it feel like negative 30 degrees and I'm unaffected by the wind inside my car, will I feel that negative 30 degrees? Or am I affected by the wind? And I thought to myself, how could the wind affect me if I'm inside my car? Windows. Okay, I thought to myself, that wind might push the cold air through the windows a lot more than, you know, a normal day. But then I'm thinking to myself, the reflectics are up here, so that should help to keep the cold out and keep some of the heat in. I know this heat's not going to last. As soon as I shut the engine off tonight, the car will stay warm for probably maybe 20 to 30 minutes tops, and then it'll turn into a refrigerator in here. It'll turn into a freezer in here. So I'll be layered up though, and I'll be inside my cocoon. And if I was to wake up in the middle of the night and it was unbearably cold, what I would do then is just turn on the car. I would turn on the car, heat it up for a little while, turn it back off, go back to sleep, wake up in the morning. When I wake up in the morning, I jump up front, turn the engine on, I get back in my sleeping bag for another 20 minutes or so, and then I get out of my bag when the car is nice and warm, and I go about my day. I'll go to the gym. And speaking of the gym, I went to the gym earlier today, and going to the gym and exercising is important when you're living in your car. You know, it's good to have that blood circulation, but it's also important in terms of like regulating body temperature and dealing with, you know, severe drops in climate if you're living in your car. You know, staying active is a great way to counteract that. So when I wake up tomorrow morning, you know, I'll go straight into the gym and I'll start, you know, I'll jump on the treadmill, I'll do 20 minutes cardio, squats, push-ups, some pull-ups, whatever, take a nice shower, and then go about my day. Also today, I was a little bummed today because I was supposed to have my son for the night. We were gonna get a hotel room, and plans changed, and you know, he was feeling a little under the weather, and it's probably for the best anyway because of the temperature. I wouldn't want him out in this cold temperature, but I was able to bring him his favorite lunch today, also give his little bro a chocolate chip cookie as well, so that felt good. So I got some things done today. I also managed to get my laundry done today, which is really good. So everything's all set up and I'm active, you know what I mean? I stay proactive. So today was, all in all, a pretty damn good day. So this oatmeal is gonna take probably another 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna watch some Walking Dead. I'm just about finished with season 11. Yeah, we're just gonna chill for the rest of the night, and I'll take you with me. All right, so this is my point of view, guys, sitting in my chair here in the back. To my right is my bed, and I'm in the, I'm behind the driver's seat. You know, I got my Netflix. I got my show. Should be right here. There it is. Walking Dead. You know, of course, you know, Ninja Turtles. That show sucks. I need to get that away. In fact, how do I get this away? Download, I like it. Not for me. Okay, see you later. Remove from row. Beautiful, remove it. There we go. I'm happy with that. Oh, this is looking real good. And you know what? One of you out there made this suggestion to put the honey in after, like while the oatmeal is in the bowl. Like I'll transfer the oatmeal to the bowl, then put the honey in. Just as good, right? And can I let you guys in on a secret? I got myself a little treat tonight for later, if I'm in the mood, all right? If I'm feeling frisky. So this oatmeal came out much better than the first time I tried it. And that's because I actually used my mom's recipe, which is very simple. It's just a cup of oatmeal, cup of water, cup of milk, and then we can add on the flavorings at the end. So, and I don't know if my mom's watching, but if she is, hi Mom. Yep. Okay, we got that going on in there. A little bit of brown sugar, like this. This looks good. This looks really good, actually. Am I making you want some oatmeal? You know you want some oatmeal. You better go get some. All right, so guys, I'm gonna have my oatmeal, watch my show, chill out for a little bit. I'll be back when it's time for bed. That's when I'll be layering up and jumping into the mummy bag, and we'll see. Hopefully I can get a good night's sleep, and I'll let you know. All right, so I'll see you in a bit. All right, so you can see I got my feet all set. So I got these socks on, then the cozy socks, and in these socks I have the hot hands. So feet are nice and warm. All right, so we're just preparing for the night. It's actually warm in here, like really warm. But it's still relatively early. I'm gonna watch some more TV, but I'm just showing you what I'm gonna look like when I go to bed. I'll also put on my hat. This is a very heavy duty hat. I got this at Target. It was kind of pricey, but it was 17 bucks, but it's well worth it because look how thick this hat is. And I'm telling you right now, the two things you want to protect are your feet, your neck, and your head. Okay? Feet, neck, and head. So for the neck, you got your scarf. I'll be, wrapping up this, and that's pretty much how I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna take it off right now, but just to show you what it looks like. Oh, and honestly, the oatmeal I just made was one of the best oatmeals I've ever had, besides my mom's oatmeal. If you're watching, nothing can beat your oatmeal. But it was a damn good oatmeal. So I feel, what's the word I'm looking for? I feel satiated. I feel satiated. I'm telling you right now, this wind out here is no joke. The car is rocking. You might be able to hear it. Doubtful, but you hear that? Can you hear that? Let's open this actually and see if we can see any action. Well, you're not going to see any action, but that's a tractor. Well, not a tractor. What do you call those? JCB? Bulldozer? Anyways, he's there. Straight chilling with it. Look at this here, man. Come on now. All right, here's a fun idea. I want to show you guys a little bit about my channel. Okay? Because there's some things on here that you might not be aware of. So here's the home page. This is actually a picture of Providence, because I'm always in or around Providence. All right. And I don't know if you guys know, but I try my best to upload at least one YouTube short every single day. So there is a lot of content in here, guys, if you're interested. I do Nomad Snacks. It's a little series I'm working on. I do a lot of mini ride-alongs with Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash. A lot of those types of videos. I give car life tips. There's just a lot of stuff. Sometimes I'll talk about sobriety and things like that. And when it comes to the long form videos, I try to upload, one a week, because I put a lot of time and effort into these videos. So if you want to go and watch some content in between videos, check out the YouTube shorts. All right. Well, here we go. Here's all the videos, and I'm going to recommend a couple here. All right. So this is my first time using the mini rice cooker. Let's see how this thing works. It was a good first run. How I receive mail and packages, that's very informative for those of you who want to know. And again, mindful laundry. This is one of my favorites. I show you how I do my laundry and what it means to me to do laundry. I get a little deep in this one. I talk about minimalism a lot in this video. Okay. This is a good one as well. High winds and rain, Arctic freeze. Man, this was in December, and it was one of the coldest nights so far. But this night is going to be colder than that one, but it was still cold as hell. 5 winter warmth essentials, one big mistake. That's a good informative type video. Me going to the gym, celebrating sobriety. So a lot of my shorts are kind of comedic. I try to be funny or informative, one or the other. This is a good vlog video right here. Day in the life, nomad gig worker. There's me celebrating 150 days alcohol-free, doing some push-ups. We got some car camping in the rain videos right there. Funny stuff. Grocery shopping, that's a good video. Got some good views on that. Nearly 2,000 views on that one. Living in my car, daily routine. This is a great video. This has 3,000 views on this one. That's a good one. importance of having a gym membership. All right. And this is my most popular video right here, guys. And look, YouTube is already getting paid off my videos, and I'm not even monetized yet. So make sure you're subscribing. We're trying to push towards monetization, guys. It would be great if I could monetize these videos for the amount of time and effort I put into them. You know, time is money, but I'm passionate about it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But in this video, I talk about the difference between being homeless and living in a car, and I had a lot of feedback from it, a lot of positive feedback. Some people had other things to say, but that's okay. You know, freaking 7,600 views on this video, and I got a lot of subscribers from this video. This video is what caused a lot of growth on this channel. There goes Pedro on the side there. Shout out to Pedro, GigTuber. ASMR. This is one of my favorite ASMR artists, man. Ephemeral Rift. I love this guy. So you can kind of see what Tim Ward. Love Timothy Ward, you know, because he talks a lot about minimalism. And here's my friend. This is TR, Car Life Adventures with TR. You know, I'm often engaging with her, and she actually gave me the idea to get the mini rice cooker. So shout out to her as well. And there's me. So hold on a second. Bam. So there's a lot of stuff here, guys. Go ahead and check it out. Go all the way to the back. Here's me talking about 100 days alcohol free. And this was a tough video to make because I talk about a lot of dark times that I was having in the first leg of my nomad journey. I was still struggling with my addiction. So, you know, check it out. I speak the truth. I speak the truth about my addiction, and I plan on making more sobriety videos. And this is brief introduction. You can see how timid I am in this first video. I didn't really know what was going to happen with this channel. And here we are. You know, we're pushing 800 subs right now, guys. So I appreciate you. Go in and check it out. On with the video. Okay, we're going to bed. We're going to bed. So you're going to hear that heat blasting right now. So what I like to do is get the car like almost uncomfortably hot. And then I jump in. Well, then I turn the car off, and then I jump into my bed here, and then see how this goes. So we'll see you in the morning. We'll have a little chat. You guys have yourselves a good night. See you in the morning. All right, one more tip before I go to bed. Vaseline or whatever you call it, chapstick on the lips. Got to protect the lips in this type of temperature. They will crack. So there we go. Off to bed we go. You know, off to have a very chilly date with Scarlett Johansson. Good night, guys. How you doing? Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, guys. So, good news and bad news. The good news is I survived, which I expected. Bad news was, damn, it was cold. All right. Let's get up and let's talk about exactly how the night went. My chicken is frozen. What did I say? It's like having a freezer, you know? I'll tell you what, though. I need a coffee. My head is nice and warm. That's why. Hot hands in the beanie. Also a good way to keep your head warm. But we're going to talk about it. Let's go get this coffee. Okay, guys, Christmas is over. Chop, chop. Got my coffee. And it's nice and hot, so I'm gonna let that cool down. It's still quite cold outside, but we're gonna have a little chat, you and me, right? And I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm gonna give it to you straight and tell you exactly how this night went. So, if it wasn't for my plan B, which was to turn the engine on at some point in the night and heat up the cabin so I could actually get comfortable and get to sleep. If it wasn't for that and all I had was what I was using back there, I wouldn't have got much sleep at all, if any, because the frigid temperatures made its way into the car very quickly and the temperature dropped dramatically. It was like a freezer in here. So I'll give you the breakdown. Around midnight, that's when I went to sleep, right? And I had already heated the car up at that point, so it was easy for me to get to sleep. The car was still nice and warm, but literally like 1 hour went by and I looked at my watch. I went to bed at midnight and I woke up at 1 a.m. You know, in an hour the temperature fell. You know what I mean? It was freezing in here, and the high winds were rocking the car, so I was waking up. And you know, even though I wasn't freezing to death, I was still very uncomfortable, and I could really feel that cold air seeping through my 0-degree mummy bag, seeping through my clothes, making contact with my skin. And here's the thing with a 0-degree mummy bag, right? So that's what I have. A 0-degree mummy bag is designed to keep you alive in that type of weather. It's not designed to keep you warm in that type of weather. So if I wanted to like stay warm throughout the night, I would need something a little more heavy duty. But you know, negative 30 degrees doesn't come around often here. So the 0-degree mummy bag works just fine for my situation. That being said though, like I did manage to keep my head and my feet warm because this is a very high quality beanie right here. It's very thick, and I put a hot hands pouch in there to keep my head warm. Same with my socks. I wore 2 pairs of socks, one of which was a heavy duty pair of socks, and I stuffed the hot hands into the socks, each of my socks, to keep my feet warm, so I didn't have any issues with my feet or my head. And the head is the most vulnerable part in that situation, because even though I was wrapped all the way into the mummy bag, there's still an opening, you know, right around there for cold air to get in and just make direct contact with your head. So I managed to keep, you know, those parts of my body warm. It was mainly my legs and my body, you know what I mean, that was getting really cold, and there was a lot of tossing and turning. And it was like that for a few hours. I was drifting in and out of sleep, but I kept waking up. I just couldn't stay asleep for longer than 15 minutes, it felt like. And a few hours went by of me tossing and turning, and that's when I resorted to plan B. That was to fire up the engine. And I could have started the engine earlier. I just didn't want to run the engine all night long. I knew I could make it through the first part of the night with what I had. It was around 5 o'clock in the morning when I fired up the engine, and I could really feel that cold as I was turning the key in the ignition. You know, it was freezing up in here. So I turned the engine on. It took about a half hour or a little over half an hour for the engine to really heat up and to get the cabin nice and warm, but it did happen, and I did get some sleep, right? I set my timer for 3 hours, right? And I was able to sleep with the engine running, and I was very comfortable at that point. Got a solid 3 hours. And some of you might be asking questions like, aren't you concerned sleeping with the engine running? Aren't you concerned someone's going to notice your car? Aren't you concerned about you know, gas prices? And aren't you concerned about freaking carbon monoxide poisoning? Let me address those one by one. First of all, concerned about people noticing me? Not really, because I've noticed that it's not uncommon for a car to be in the Walmart parking lot running. Some of the employees do it. They're just sitting in their car waiting for their shift to begin, or they're on a break or something like that, and they come out, they sit in their car for a while. You know, oftentimes there's cars running in the parking lot. Not too concerned. Nothing's happened yet. And honestly, I don't do it often. It was just this particular situation where the temperature dropped down so low, you know, it was necessary in that situation. As far as like, aren't you concerned about wasting gas? I'm not concerned about wasting gas. And I would actually change that word wasting gas over to using gas. I'm using my gas. It serves a purpose, so it's not being wasted, right? You know, if you knew how much the average New Englander spends on their gas bill over the course of the winter, you know, they spend a lot of money heating their homes up. Like, we're talking houses with like bedrooms. I'm just heating up a car with my engine, you know what I mean? That as far as cost is concerned, the cost of that would pale in comparison to what somebody would pay for like to heat up their house. You know what I mean? This is my house right now, so I'm not afraid to use my gas. It's certainly not being wasted. And as far as carbon monoxide poisoning, let me tell you, as long as the exhaust pipe isn't blocked by like snow or some debris or whatever, you're gonna be okay. And I was okay. Here I am making this video. So I got some good sleep in, and I had set my alarm. I woke up, I think around like 8 o'clock-ish, and you know, it was really warm in the car by that point. Then I went up and I turned the engine off, and I jumped back in bed, and I was able to get another couple hours of sleep. So overall, I think I managed to score a good solid 5 hours of sleep, which is plenty for me in that situation. But the beginning of the night, without the assistance of the engine, you know, it was just very uncomfortable, and I didn't get much sleep at all. So I lost a few hours of sleep for sure. Another thing I want to mention is I could have booked myself into a room for the night. You know, it's definitely something I can afford. In fact, my original plan was for me and my son to book a room into the Marriott so we could have a boys' night out, but turned out he was feeling a little under the weather, and I didn't want to bring him out into these sub-zero temperatures. I wanted him to stay home with his mom and just be, you know, comfortable where he was at. So that was the plan anyway, to get a hotel. But I said, screw it, I'm just gonna try this out. And a lot of this was done for experimentation. You know, I wanted to really test my limits and to see what I'm capable of here living in my car. And I also thought it would make for some good content. You know, a lot of people are interested in just, you know, in what we're capable of doing living in our car. So I hope that this video served a purpose of some sort. It certainly served a purpose for me. But if this weather does come back around, which it probably won't, I think we're over the worst of the winter as far as temperature is concerned. We still have to worry about like blizzards and stuff like that. But as far as the temperature is concerned, I don't think we're gonna drop down to -30 again this winter. So I think I'm over the worst of it. But if it does come around again, I'll be prepared, and maybe I will book into a room and make another video of me booking into a room. You know, I have options out here. But that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end, and for all of you who subscribe and view the channel, I greatly appreciate it. So until next time, take it easy out there.